Tight.
Hello friends and fans, it's Catherine Foster. I'm in the beautiful suburb of Madawi, Port Stephens, and during the week we discussed being creative and finding something that we could use to manage our stress and help relieve stress. So yesterday after my session with Valerie, I went to a store and I found this little diamond creative canvas where you stick the little diamonds on and it makes a picture. Can you see the picture? It's of a bike in springtime. And considering today's the first day of spring, I thought it's a wonderful opportunity to get a little bit creative and celebrate the new season. Hello friends and fans, it's Catherine Foster. Last week we spoke about let's get creative to help us reduce our stress. So today I thought I'd take a few moments and show you what I've been doing over the last week. It's been a really wonderful activity, something that I've never done before. And I found it very therapeutic. So the first time I tried it, a few thoughts came into my head while I was trying to do it, and I told myself just to stop and focus on the task at hand. And then today, a few more thoughts came into my head and it was a little bit harder to distract myself with those stop, focus. So I put some music on in the background and I found that really beneficial because it allowed me to focus on the task at hand while listening to the music and also allowing the thoughts to just come and go and flow out. You know, someone used to say, like, just allow the thoughts to come. Think like they're on a leaf and floating down a river, and which is exactly what I did today. So here's my little bit of artwork that I've done this week. One moment. So this is a bicycle in springtime with the flowers and blue sky. There's a cherry blossom in the background. And basically what I've done so far is put the little diamonds, can you see them? The yellow ones that came with the art kit. So there's obviously a lot more to do. But as I said, I found it very therapeutic because it allowed my brain just to stop and focus on the task at hand. It came with a tiny piece of, what do you call it? Wax that you put the instrument into, which then helps you pick up the tiny pieces of diamond to stick on the canvas, which is sticky. I would say if you wear glasses, sorry it's very bright in the sun today, if you wear glasses or you need glasses, then I would probably recommend that you have your glasses close at hand because the little codes on the canvas are really tiny. Otherwise, if you've got a magnifying glass, the other thing that I would say is if your hand's a little bit shaky, you might find it difficult because it's very precise work when there's such small little tiny squares on the canvas. But other than that, I think it's a really good activity. And as I said, I've only done the yellow squares so far. I've got lots more to do. So far I've probably spent about 3 or 4 hours on it so far, and I think there's a lot more colors. So I'm thinking, you know, it might take 20 plus hours to complete this. So if you look at that at a value proposition, so that would be less than what, $1 an hour, which is quite reasonable. So the other thing that I thought I'd share with you, when I was actually at the shop buying this, they said to me, the lady said to me behind the cash register, "Oh, have you done this before?" And I said, "Oh no, I've never done this before." And she said, "Oh, we started doing it because our family's got a history of anxiety and depression and we find it's really good." And then the lady behind me in the queue actually perked up and said, "Oh yes, I love it. I've actually put I think it was her grandfather or her father onto it, and now he's hooked onto this and you'll be back for sure." And I think it's a very easy thing to do, whether you're a teenager, an adult or an elderly person, or even a child for that matter. I think anyone can do it as long as you take into account any sort of limitations you might have. Like I was saying, if you need your glasses, make sure that you have them close by. If you've got like a little bit of a shake in the hand or find things hard to grasp and pick up and move, you might find that that's a little bit challenging for you. but give it a go. You might find something that has bigger squares, doesn't necessarily need the glasses, though I haven't seen that yet, but I've only just sort of discovered this. Anyway, I would say give it a go. It's sort of like if you're into riding a bike or playing some sport, going for a jog, or if you're used to gardening, and you know when you first start and you first start to dig a hole, the thoughts might be coming into your head, but then after a while you're focusing on the task at hand and everything sort of seems to go blank and you just focus on the task, and it's sort of like you go into a meditative state. I think that's the same outcome with this, well, from my perspective anyway. And it's the same when you go for a jog, or you do, like maybe you go swimming. At first thoughts might come into your head, but then when you start to run or you start to do your laps, then your mind can sort of go blank and you're just in that moment. So I think it's very beneficial from that point of view. Anyway, if you've got a chance, give it a go, see how it ranks for you. I would personally say prior to me starting this, I was a 6. So slightly above average with stress, and then now as I've done it throughout the week, I've found that it did reduce my stress a little bit. It allowed me to just be in the moment and de-stress. So I would say probably that 6 went to maybe like a 4. I think if I had have done a little bit more, then it might have reduced some more, but it's definitely something that I found helpful. It's definitely something that was effective for me. Would I do it again? Yes. And it's a great thing because even if you've got 10, 15 minutes, half an hour, you can do some. If you've got an hour or two, or you just have endless hours of time available to you, it's something that you can just sit there and do for a whole day if you wanted to do it. Anyway, that's my report on my little art project. I look forward to hearing about your art projects, how you got creative over the week, and please post. All right, see you later. Bye.